Three, two, one. We are on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Zesty or Testy podcast. With me, as always, is Zesty.
What's up?
I'm your co-host, Testy. We always like to start these podcasts with a drink. Notice the flashy sticker on the side of the cup. And the toast is actually etched into the front because I found these in an estate sale yesterday. Instead of having to look up a toast on my phone, I can just read it off the glass. Some friends may wish you happiness. Oh, fill your cup with an alcoholic beverage to join in. Unless you're driving, then lift your coffee to join us. Some friends may wish you happiness, and some may wish you wealth. But I wish you the best of these. Contentment plus health.
Salute.
Salute. Pretty lame toast, but at least I didn't have to look it up on my phone.
Dude. Rum and Coke. Twist of lime.
Rum and Coke twist of lime, very delicious.
Just a little classic, man.
Yes, sir.
So, how's it going, man?
Not a Paloma day, just a rum and Coke type of day.
Just a rum and Coke kind of day, man. I mean, it's freaking hot enough. I just needed something with ice.
And you look like you are on a beach.
I do, man. I'm enjoying my
underdressed.
flamingos. Yeah, well, last week I felt underdressed.
Oh, that was Patriotic Day. You were supposed to. You
I
were
know.
supposed to be Mexican man. And I was supposed to be American man.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be the yin and the yang instead of.
We
I
were.
was yinning all over the place.
And I was not. But anywho, we're back. Salud again. So how's it going, man? Anything new?
Life is good. Absolutely nothing is new with me.
Let me start out by saying our apologies. Our guest could not make it today. There was a change in plans on my schedule, and that kind of led our guest, Shaku, to have to change some plans, I think, right?
He'll be
Certainly.
here next week.
Yeah.
We will make history with our first ever guest next week.
Eventually, we're going to make history.
This week is just regular history, not like,
Yeah, it's just us.
just us.
Enjoy.
And the Flamingos.
And the flamingos. Yeah. Admire the flamingos. You know, I got really upset at this because I noticed, I like my shirt and I'm not going to start stripping. But one day I noticed, look at this. Dude, you see the print? Now look at the print on the inside. It's darker on the inside than it is on the outside.
How old is the shirt?
Dude, maybe a year and a half old or so.
That's not long enough for it to get faded in the sun or anything.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's just, I think it was
Mis-sewn? They sewn the buttons on the
I
wrong
don't
side
know.
of the shirt?
I don't know, whoever put it together was like, no, it's too bright on the other side. Fuck you, don't tell me how to wear my shirts.
I mean, I thought Hawaiian shirts were supposed to be the brighter the better. The more flamboyant, the zestier.
I guess I must be Hawaiian because my mom used to tell me I'm so bright. So bright, so bright, so bright, my mom calls me son.
But but did she do that with the voice like you're so bright? Not like you're so bright.
No, dude, I'm Mexican. My mom used to say, pendejo. Even when I did something smart, it was like, ay, si serás mi pendejito. You know, it's...
My adorable dumbass.
Yeah, my adorable dumbass. You know, if you add ITO to some of these words, I guess it makes it cute, and it's like, you're not as big of a dumbass as...
It's like saying
Everybody.
bless your heart if you're from the South. You
Yeah,
say,
exactly.
This idiot just drove straight into the tree, bless his
Bless
heart.
his heart. Yeah, that's my mom. Mi pendejito. Anyway. But anywho, we're back. So, anything interesting happened this week?
My life is so boring. I could make the paint peel by trying to describe what happened this last week. Absolutely nothing happened this week. I don't know. It's summertime. The kids are off. Work sucks. I'm here drinking with my homie. I got my self-made King shirt that I bought at Ross.
Oh,
I love Ross.
self-proclaimed?
Self-proclaimed, baby.
Look at that. Self-made.
Bam.
Yeah. He can only wear it when he leaves his house. His
I know.
won't
My
let him
wife
wear
is
it.
like, "Where's the Queen shirt?"
She's like, get the hell out of here with that shirt. Anyway. Dude, taking a little trip.
Where are you going?
I have no idea. Not too far. It'll be around here. But I just need to. And I don't even know when I'm doing this, but I told my wife, I said, we need to get away. We need to go I don't know, do something. My daughter's getting ready to start this whole band deal.
Oh, yeah.
And so after the 24th or 19th or one of those days of
life's gonna
July.
be consumed with band.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm excited about it. So we're looking forward to doing something. I just don't know what we're going to do. But looking forward to it.
Next weekend, I will be going to Meow Wolf in Grapevine, which is outside of Dallas.
Yeah, you mentioned that. What was that again?
Meow Wolf. So just like the yin and the yang, it's kind of like the opposite thing. Meow Wolf. It's an art installation. It's an interactive art installation. I'll bring back pictures, maybe try to review it on this podcast because we'll be here Sunday. Sunday I'll be getting Google Fiber installed in my house, so that's going to be nice.
Dude, that's awesome.
But while he's there, like drilling the wall, I'll be here drinking with my homie and talking about Meow Wolf. So Meow Wolf's fun. The one in Vegas is kind of set up like a convenience store. So you walk in and there's all these things for sale on the shelf that are like mutated products. They're not like real products. They're kind of parody products. Then you can like open the freezer door and walk inside and it leads you down a tunnel to a different corridor and all this freaky stuff. The one in Grapevine is set up, it's in an old abandoned mall, so it is set up to kind of look like an old abandoned mall. The advertisement for it has a bunch of old ladies in, what are they called?
Tracksuits?
Tracksuits, thank you. Like walking around the mall like it was the 90s and they're trying to get their steps in. So, well, I'll take pictures.
So you just go into this mall and it's like a huge art exhibit essentially?
Yes.
Never heard of it, man.
You gotta buy tickets.
Well, yeah.
Can't
yeah.
just walk in. Well, you might be able to. I don't know. But I bought tickets.
I will tell you what. This past Friday, I went elsewhere.
St. Elsewhere?
No.
You went back in time to an 80s medical drama?
No, I discovered some place downtown.
Oh.
Just north of downtown by the Pearl called Elsewhere. Have you been out there?
I have not, but that's a clever name.
It's, it is. It's really cool, man.
Yeah.
They've got all these, so it's food trucks. There's probably about 7 or 8 food trucks, but they've got sitting areas. It's right there next to the river.
Yeah.
You go and you place your order. You grab a table, place your order. They'll bring it out. They'll bus you when you're ready.
Oh, nice.
You go, you pick up your food. They've got a huge assortment of...
So is there a central place to order from all the food trucks, or you go to your individual food truck and then they bring it to you?
Well, so at this one place, so Elsewhere doesn't have the food trucks. We went to this place next door that does have food trucks.
Okay.
Elsewhere, what it is you've got a QR code on the table. You scan it. It gives you the menu. You place the order for what you want.
Yeah.
And then you go and you grab your food. I mean, it was almost instant, right?
Oh.
So you place your order, your food is ready to go. But then you can also do the same with drinks. And they have a huge selection of beers on tap. Pretty good selection of beers on tap.
Yeah.
Canned ciders.
Yeah.
I mean, you name it, man. But it's just really nicely done. The DJ was kicking it. And I'll tell you what.
They were playing Yacht Rock?
They were not. They were playing some 80s and 90s hip hop, dude.
Oh!
Dude.
That's like industry.
It was awesome. What's funny is there was a lot of people very young enjoying it. And I'm thinking we're the only ones that probably knew the music.
Yeah.
My wife and I were the only ones singing to it. But nonetheless, it was a lot of fun. It's there's plenty of fans and misters, so it's even on a warm day. It's just nice, man.
I don't know if it's just my kids or if it's kids in general. If kids in general really enjoy old music from the 90s, my kids do, and I didn't like introduce it to them. They found it on their own on Spotify, and I think it's because music of today just sucks that they have to go back a decade or two to find like actual good music. So. They might have been enjoying the 80s or 90s hip-hop unironically at St. Elsewhere.
You're right. But I'm going to tell you what. As much as I don't like my kids being on social media, on TikTok, I will give TikTok this much. They play some of the videos that you watch introduce kids to some of the older stuff.
Yeah.
And...
like that How Bizarre.
Yeah, well,
How bizarre.
I mean, we're talking. My kid was like the guy started playing some Run DMC, right?
Oh.
And my kid knew some of the songs.
Nice.
And we asked her, we're like, "Where'd you hear from it?" She goes, "Oh, from TikTok." So
Which
you.
Run DMC song is on TikTok?
I can't remember, dude. Don't ask me. My wife is the one that knows all these songs, and she kept on asking her, "How do you know this song? How do you know this song? How do you know this song?"
Yeah, it was always
And
TikTok.
it was all TikTok. And so I'm happy for that, and I'm happy that she's enjoying the music.
Yeah.
I mean, it all started with Rick Astley.
Yeah. Oh, Rick Roll.
Yeah, Rick Roll. Yeah,
That's kind of
so-
like how Bugs Bunny introduced classical music to us,
Mm-hmm.
because you and I would have never listened to classical music, but Bugs Bunny, he was always jamming out to classical music, merry
Absolutely.
melodies.
Yeah.
So TikTok
a
is
sa-
kind of like the Bugs Bunny of this generation,
Yeah.
introducing kids to the older
Except
stuff.
ours didn't have controversy.
Yeah, there's a lot of nasty shit on TikTok. Speaking of TikTok, I meant to warm us up before we started, but we kind of just jumped straight in. There was a couple AI filters I wanted to do with you on TikTok.
You wanted to make me a pinup?
I wanted to make you a pinup where you pose like this.
Yeah?
No, there's
A Muppet?
the Mortal Kombat
Paw
one.
Patrol.
There's a Paw Patrol one?
There is.
Oh, I don't want to do Paw Patrol. But there's a Mortal Kombat one where we could like fucking do some karate, and then there's like a Grand Theft Auto one where we could pose like we're
I think
Grand
I've seen.
Theft Auto.
I think I've seen the
Mortal Kombat one.
Mortal Kombat one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of freaky looking.
So I was gonna do
Because
that.
I'm not a Mortal Kombat guy.
You didn't play Mortal Kombat?
No, man.
You didn't play video games,
Hardly ever.
bro?
I mean, Atari 2600 was the last one I played.
Yeah.
It was Pac-Man, hockey, ping. What was that? Ping
There's a
pong or-
Pac-Man filter.
Is it really?
No, there's not a fucking Pac-Man filter. What's wrong?
I'm
Everybody will look exactly the same.
I'm like, waka
It's-
waka waka
it's just
waka
a fucking
waka
circle.
waka waka. Dude, everybody looks yellow.
Yeah, I know. It would be the same filter every single time. There's a place that my kids like to go to called Diversions. It's like an arcade, and they've got like a 4-man Pac-Man machine.
Well, that's cool.
Everybody sits around, and if you eat the big thing, you can eat the other Pac-Man. So you're sitting there trying to eat your kids. If you're sitting there playing with them.
You gonna eat your kids?
Yeah. Honk, honk, honk. I destroyed my children at Pac-Man.
Dude, that's.
It was fun.
I gotta tell you, that's one of the funnest games out there.
Pac-Man, no, it's not. There's much.
I love Pac-Man, dude. But like for me, it was like Pac-Man, Frogger, Donkey Kong, and then once I got past those, it's like I didn't really get into video games
Yeah.
after that.
You know what Pac-Man stands for, right?
No, what?
Program and control. He's program and control, man. You're sitting there in a box, wandering around all day, consuming, doing nothing but consuming. If you think you've got to exit that way, you come right back in the other way. You're followed around by demons. Probably they come from your own head.
It's like Hotel California.
Yeah, you can
Check
get
out check out anytime you want, but you can never leave.
Yeah,
Man, freaking
it's
eagles
a
are
good-
deep.
yeah.
That's a great analogy. Good job, Johnny. So, anyway,
But yeah, that Saint Elsewhere, that's a clever name. It reminds me, there was a place on 6th Street called the Library.
oh, I remember that.
So you could tell your parents, hey,
I'm
I'm
at
going
the
to the
library,
library.
yeah.
And
Well, that's what I told my kids.
you were just drinking.
Did you go anywhere? No, I went elsewhere.
There you go.
Are you going somewhere? No, elsewhere. Yeah, but where? Elsewhere.
So it was just like an Abbott and Costello routine in your
Yeah,
living room?
and it's just kind of a big circle. So about a block down from there. So we went to elsewhere. Then there's I guess an exit that takes you down to the Riverwalk. We walk about a block,
Yeah.
and then that VFW post is down there. You know where have you ever?
Yes,
seen?
I've been there. I've been inside of it.
Okay,
yeah.
so right next to the VFW post, they've got another setup, but this one does have about 7 or 8 food trucks. They've got like pizza, they've got birria tacos, they've got hot dogs and carne and taco,
Yeah.
you name it, right?
Those videos, those are hot right
Dude,
now. Those are
I
everywhere.
had I don't even know the name of the taco truck that I got it from, but I got 3 quesitacos de birria, right? And so you've got the corn tortilla stuffed with the cheese, stuffed with the meat, and then you get that little broth, the birria, right? It's like just kind of dip it into that sauce.
Mhm.
Man, it was delicious. Good stuff. The drinks were good. It was just awesome. I mean, we probably spent we were out there for at least 3 hours or so, 4 hours, maybe a little less. But the girls enjoyed it because elsewhere, right where you order the beer, they have pellets food, duck food.
Oh,
And
nice.
so you get your beer and you can grab a few pellets for your kids and go down to the river, drink your beer, and throw the little duck food on there.
Have you ever been to Golden Walk?
Yeah.
If you ask
Right
the
at
lady
the-
at the front, she'll give you pellets to feed the koi.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you ask the lady at the front. You got to be a kid. They won't give it to you. But send your kid in there and tell your kid to give you half. And then you can sit there and feed the koi.
Even if I tell her, my wife tells me I act like a kid, I still don't get that shit. Which, by the way, Golden Walk. Let's talk a little bit about a Golden Walk.
Delicious, but only when they do the dim sum. If the dim sum's not being served, it's not worth going there.
But pan-fried dumplings.
Okay. I don't know if I've had those. It's just
So-
the dumplings, but they pan
It's
fry
just,
them?
yeah, pan-fried. And let me tell you, I've had dumplings in a lot of places. And I'm talking about just San Antonio, right? You can get ordered dumplings, and they're delicious everywhere. Hey, there's some places that suck. But Golden Walk, pan-fried dumplings. Order as an appetizer, of course.
Sure. Is it a
Freaking delicious,
Is it a
dude.
dim sum or is it like on the appetizer menu?
It's on the appetizer menu.
So do you know what the dim sum is, right? The little carts that they push around.
Yeah.
There's a dim sum on there that's not on the dim sum menu, and you have to ask for it in the back. And it's like this shrimp fried thing that they wrap the wrap around,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the most fantastic thing there. And it's kind of like an off the menu thing that you have to actually know about to get it. And how I found out about it in the first place,
gotta be a
I
cool
have no
kid.
idea.
So how did you order it?
I don't know, because there's
Can you give me something that's not on the menu, please?
there's a version of it that's in the dim sum cart, and it's the non-fried version. It's just a regular wrap around whatever the shrimp stuffing is. And I think she kept offering me that. I'm like, no, I want the pigs in the blanket. I want the pigs in the blanket. She's like, oh, you want this one fried? I'm like, I don't know. And she was like, all right, I get you. And like they have to go to the back and they have to make it fresh. And then it was the most delicious thing ever.
It's one of those, tell me what you want, and I'm going to bring you what I want.
Yeah.
Hey,
And it worked, 'cause it was delicious.
It was delicious. What does it matter, right? Yeah, dude. That's like, have you ever had a poo-poo platter?
Boy.
Yeah, let me tell you. Anybody want to order a plate of poo-poo?
It's got to be at a
Fresh.
proper place.
Dude, it's fresh poo-poo, and it comes out hot. No, but all seriousness. So we went to Waukee. You know that little Chinese place that's right behind Taco Palenque?
No.
281-1604.
Okay.
Okay, anyway. 281... No, I take that back. 1604 in Blanco, behind the Whataburger and the Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
There's a little Asian place, a little Chinese place called Waukee. Well, one of their appetizer plates is called the poo-poo platter,
Yeah.
which I'm Mexican, and I'm ordering shit.
Yeah. Shit.
I'm like, I'm going to have the shit plate.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
You're the one that ordered it.
they're like, sir, you ordered shit. You said poo-poo platter. I'm like, yeah, I know. But no, it's an appetizer plate. Dude, it's got two of this, two of that, two of that.
Oh, nice.
It's got so much food, man.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
Okay.
I was hesitant because as a Mexican, I don't want to order a shit plate.
Yeah.
But it's called the poo-poo platter.
Okay.
It's good, dude. I recommend it.
Alright.
If you're in the area, which I know you are,
Yeah, I'm by that place.
yeah.
I go to that Taco Palenque. There's a Taco Palenque there.
Devastated over the fact that your wife told me that Lonja's closing or had closed.
Yes.
Dude,
That place was not good.
shut the front door, dude.
That place was not good. We went and we waited and we got our food and we're like, this is mid. And then we never went back there.
Oh my god, dude. Are you kidding me?
I am 100%, sir. 100%. There's a reason it closed.
This is what
There's a
happens when you send a
reason.
white boy to a Mexican restaurant.
There's a reason it closed.
No, dude, that was so good. It was delicious. It was ranked one of the best taco places when it first opened.
It was exactly middle of the road.
And that sucks. Well, maybe that's why I went to Crab. I mean, maybe that's why it closed, because I went to Crab. But when they first opened, they were delicious, dude.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, no, it was. Trust me. I know carnitas.
Okay.
Not because I'm one large carnita, dude. But I know carnitas, and they were good. Anyway. So, with that, let's talk about more important things.
My wife's anniversary. Well, mine and my wife's
I was going to say, who's she celebrating with, dude?
That other guy. No, it's coming up next month. We're gonna be married 17 years, and I figured out why she was mad at me over Mother's Day. It wasn't because I poured the water out of the flowers. It was because we went to TJ Maxx the night before, and she picked out a perfume and was standing in line, and I said, "Here, let me get that for you, baby. Happy Mother's Day." And then she thought that's what I was getting her for Mother's Day, and she was pissed off that I had bought her.
Something that she had already picked out herself?
Yes. Even though we had shit for her that we tried, she wanted to spend in Laredo with her mom. We had shit for her, and we're like, "Can we give this to you before we go to Laredo?" She's like, "No, give it to me when we get back." When we get back from Laredo, she doesn't want anything because she's already pissed off for a reason that I don't know why. So she didn't even get the shit that we got for her. So I'm trying to prevent that for the anniversary. So what do I get my wife for the anniversary? 17 years. It's coming up next month.
Dude, I already told you, your wife scares the crap out of me. I love her to pieces, but she scares the crap out of me. So don't involve me on your shit.
Bro.
Hey, Mary
Johnny
Lou.
told me to do this.
I
You
would
get mad at
never.
Johnny.
I would never. No, but I don't know, man. I mean, what does she want? What does she like?
That's the problem. That's the problem. Everything she likes, she already has. Everything I get her, she's like, "That's so nice," and then never does it. I got her a pack.
So do you ever tell her, honey, what can I get you? The one thing you wanted the most, you married.
Exactly.
So, I mean, what else could you possibly want?
Bro, when we first got married, she used to tell me, "I hit the lottery when I found you. I hit the lottery when I found you." Well, I guess she spent all the lottery winnings because she ain't told me that in decades. Lottery money runs out on everybody.
Yep.
No, seriously. So I got her. You know how they have 25 days of Christmas or the 12 days of Christmas?
Yeah.
The Advent calendars. They started doing them for Halloween for the
Gearing
Nightmare
up to
Before Christmas.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like the 13 days of Halloween. So like one year I got her like they had like little minifigures for Nightmare Before Christmas. And this year I got her like the box that every day it's a different pair of socks with like the different characters in it. Cause I guess at one point she was in a Nightmare Before Christmas. She liked it the first time I did it. I guess not the second time, because the second time she's like, "These don't fit me. Give them to the kids."
So she liked them basically when the movie came out, and then you kind of, next 16 years, you kept...
I did it twice.
Bastard.
I did it twice. So anyway, I need help. What do I get my wife for anniversary next month?
I'm going to have to put some thought into this.
Okay.
Let's discuss that next week. And
Hey.
by the way, if you have any comments or suggestions on what he can get his wife for their anniversary,
zestyortesty@gmail.com. Whoever comes up with the best idea of what to give my wife for our anniversary, I will give you these Zesty, both of them Zesty or Testy glasses. It's got the toast that we had this morning. Like a few minutes ago, and the exclusive Zesty or Testy sticker. So you can win a pair of glasses. I will ship them to you. Whoever comes up with the best idea of what to give my wife for anniversary. Email zestyortesty, zestyortesty@gmail.com.
I'm Zesty.
I'm Testy.
Anyway, that's actually a good idea. Let's hope somebody comes up with some.
Come on, our 5 fans. Put your brain power together.
Our 5 fans. Dude, we had a lot.
We'll wash them before we ship them to you. Don't worry, you're not gonna have my vavas all over this glass.
You're gonna have hours from me because I'm not washing mine.
Well, I'll wash Zesties and I'll wash Testies also.
This is worth more money if it's got
it's
my
got the
look. Watch
Vavas.
there. I just doubled the price.
Now
of
you
this
can
shit.
clone him.
Yeah. You can make a dinosaur out of me. Anywho, so I was in Laredo last weekend. I mentioned it on our Freedom
Freedom Day.
Day podcast. But here's the thing. I learned something interesting. We were talking about family members. Family members, I'm not going to go into all the detail, but
You probably shouldn't. All your family are the only ones that listen to this podcast.
Here's my thing. I'm going to just put it out there. If you want to register your kid to do any sort of sports event, any extracurricular activity, make sure that you can afford it before you do so.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
If I had a well, there's a microphone, but I'm not going to drop that one.
Oh, mic drop.
I'm not going to, yeah, no. So instead, I'm just going to, my lighter drop. No, dude. So I came across a family member wanting to register their loved one, kid,
For a sports activity?
for an activity.
And they set up a GoFundMe to fund their kid?
Pretty much, it was kind of like, which I hear it's a common thing now, that people send out, like, I guess, links to where it's like, hey, help me buy a left sleeve for my child's uniform. No, seriously. Like, you can donate $25 for the left shoe, or, $25 for the right shoe, or if you want to, if you want to be...
Both is $50.
What's that?
Get both shoes is $50.
Yeah, both shoes for $50, but you can actually donate enough for like the left sleeve and the right sleeve, or for the torso area. Oh, you want to sponsor us for the sequence on the? I mean, give me a freaking break, dude.
I would feel more outraged at that if, when I register my kids for volleyball at school, and I pay the fees for volleyball at school. And then school in the middle of volleyball season comes back to me and says, now you have to sell all this cookie dough to all your friends and family to fund the rest of the year. I'm like, bro, why am I selling cookie dough if I already paid a fee? If I already bought a uniform, why am I selling cookie dough for something that should be state sponsored?
But in this case, let's talk about club.
Okay.
All right, specifically club, because that does not apply to school events.
Okay.
All right. School event, I understand. It's like, you got to pay for this, you got to pay for that, whether it's a uniform or you name it, right? And then on top of that, you got to pay for, an additional fee, kind of like band does, right? Mm-hmm. But look, and, I can say we're you and I, we're fortunate, we work hard,
Amen.
We're able to do these things for our kids and our families, right? And if you can, great. But if you can't, then what's the point of going out there and asking, hey, help me out, or like you said, a GoFundMe page, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, call me an asshole, but I just
YMCA is free or cheap?
It's pretty inexpensive because my daughter started playing YMCA soccer her first 2 years.
Yeah.
Or 2.5 years she played YMCA, and we thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's where she went and learned, experienced.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to pay for club prices for two reasons.
Because it's expensive?
Well, one, because they're expensive, and because I've got a few buddies, including you guys, who have had their kids in club sports, and a couple of my other buddies have mentioned, hey, look, don't start them out in club till they're about this age, because you don't want to burn them out so quickly. And so
I'm burning out on club.
I wanted my kid to be able to, have fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy the sport. I wanted to find, like most things, whether they do dance or whether they do gymnastics, do it enough to where you see that they're enjoying it and it's going to be for them. Yeah. And if it's not, well then, no big deal, right? It was no money lost there, right? And yeah, that's why I said YMCA you pay, so it's less expensive, way less expensive than club.
Yeah.
But, I learned one thing. I learned that my kid really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Well, good. Then we move on, and now even her coach said, I think she's ready for
club.
For club.
The next level.
Yeah. He said, look, there's only so much I'm going to be able to teach your daughter. Yeah. She seems to really enjoy it, and so on and so forth. Good. But, had I not been able to and been in a different situation, then I'm not going to register for my kid. I would have probably just left her in YMCA because that's what I can afford, right? But it's when it's like you start thinking, well, I can't afford it, but let me see if I can create a GoFundMe or send out links to see if people will sponsor a sleeve or a skirt or a pair of shoes.
That blows your mind?
It blows my mind, And I'm like, fuck, man. I mean, there's going to be so many more expenses coming your way. So,
You're gonna
are
do
you
this
are
every
you
single
sure?
year?
Are you sure that you want to do this? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's why I said it's just my take, man.
Well, I mean, quinceañeras, you got the padrinos that sponsor the cake, that sponsor the dress, and sponsor the shoes.
Yes.
How is that different than the
It-
quinceañera?
So now, that's a tradition. That's a look, and there's two ways to go about that, right? Kind of like weddings. Weddings, you also have the padrinos, but those are things that are. It's an honor to be
Yeah.
chosen to be a part of something
It's
like
not
that.
a fucking
right?
honor to buy a sleeve.
Nope, nope.
Will they put the Zesty or Tessie logo on the sleeve?
I'm here. They did. I'd say, fuck it, let's
Yeah.
do it, man. We put patches on there. It says you're testy. It's like, yay! But
I'll
unfortunately,
sponsor your kid's uniform if you let me put one of these on the back. Big ass, right under your last name.
yeah. But otherwise, no. So yeah. Now I'm just like, ugh, my mind is blown over the fact that people do this shit. And going back to what you asked about quinceañeras, yeah, no, that's different because that's a cultural tradition.
It's
You
the
know,
exact same thing. There's
it's
no
n-
difference.
it is, but it's culturally accepted because it's a tradition. Asking people for money for my kid to play soccer, it's not a tradition.
It's not a tradition, but it
Not here.
will help that kid to fucking get an opportunity that kid may not otherwise have.
No. No, it'll help the parents. Not the
It will
kid.
help the parents. That way they can have beer money.
There you go. There you go. Vacation money.
The longer I'm a parent, the more I understand how important beer money is. You have to take care of dad a little bit. And the kids.
What are you talking about?
Me.
I take care of me.
I take care
Look,
of
as long as there's alcohol in my house, I'm taking care of me.
Amen.
So, and there's plenty of that.
And Zelda's Tears of the Kingdom. We're not playing Pac-Man here. I'm playing like 2023 games. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is a fun game. I don't know if you ever played any of the Legend of Zeldas.
No.
But the newest one, I highly recommend it. If you are a gamer, if you've got a Switch, pick up Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes.
And then tell me where all the outfits are in the underground, because I'm still looking for them.
All right. The other thing I wanted to bring up, getting frustrated.
Why do they ask me my name at Starbucks?
Oh, we already discussed that. By the way, we haven't made new friends at Starbucks. I haven't been
Starbucks
back.
has banned you?
They're like, sir, we don't need you here.
Get the fuck out of here,
I'm like,
Zesty.
my name is Johnny. They're like, no, Zesty Johnny,
Get the fuck outta here.
cabron, get out of here, pendejo.
Pendejito.
Like, get out of here.
What's
We don't
frus-
need you.
What's frustrating you, Zesty? You forgot.
No, I haven't. Gun violence.
Oh, we're back to this. Who got shot?
It doesn't stop, dude.
Who got shot? I don't watch the news. Who got shot?
It's these mass shootings. I mean, there was like 2 or 3 of them this week alone.
Where?
One was in Baltimore. Another one was here in Texas somewhere. Dude, it just seems like every day I turn on my TV and it says, I don't have a problem with people owning guns. I have a problem with people getting a hold of assault rifles and going out and doing stupid shit, dude. I've got buddies who own assault rifles, and kudos to them. I know them. And it doesn't make it any better just because I know them. But I know they're smart people that make good judgment calls, But, oh my God, these ongoing freaking mass shootings, it's like...
We have lost respect for life in this society.
We have, dude.
We used to have, because in the 90s when I went to high school, the 4-H club would have gun racks with 3 rifles in their truck. And they would park the truck in the parking lot at the high school. Nobody got shot, ever. But we've lost our ways as a society. We've stopped believing in the sanctity of life.
Yeah.
I believe it's all a lot of this pro-abortion, pro-woman's choice push that a fetus is not life, a fetus is not life. I believe that's part of it. If you got people looking at a fetus on Twitter and saying, I would stomp the shit out of that. Because they're trying to show how pro-life they or pro-choice they are. The very next step is, if you can murder a baby in the womb, why not murder the baby when it's out of the womb? Why not murder the dude across the street that's pissing you off? Why not shoot up the school because they bullied you? That's where the loss of the sanctity of life in our society is. I don't believe...
We don't value life.
We don't value life anymore. We pretend like words are violence when actual violence is violence.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But the question is, I mean, what can be done, dude?
Bring back a belief in God in society. We have carved out a belief. We pretend like we know so much that there is no higher power. If you've ever read the Bible, a lot of the problems that happen with humankind is when they try to achieve God status. When they built the Tower of Babel, they climbed so high, they were like, we're going to be like God. And God said, nope. And cut it down and scattered the people and gave them all different languages. The point of the story is not how people got different languages. The point of the story is human beings make lousy gods. It is very important in a society to have one higher power saying, hey, murder's wrong. You got to honor your father and mother. You've got to not steal. You got to not cheat. You got to not lie. And then if you say, well, there is no God, as long as I'm not hurting anybody, I can make up my own rules. Well, then you get to the point where, you know what? If there is no God, fuck that other guy. I'm just going to shoot everybody up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have a sanctity of life.
And unfortunately, it's not there, dude.
It's gone. We've erased it from society, thinking that we know better, thinking that, science is going to fix everything. Science teaches you how to make an iPhone. Science teaches you how to build a house that doesn't collapse, how to get electricity from here to there. It doesn't teach you how to be a good person.
You're absolutely right. And you know what? I'm going to change this a little bit. Okay. Our podcast got started over a holiday weekend, and it sounds like I'm going to get serious, but I'm really not. It started over a holiday weekend, and then the following weekend when we were at a Fiesta Texas, you recall that? We decided maybe we should do this, right?
No, it started at Fiesta Texas, and then there was a holiday weekend and then we were referring back to...
Well, I went back to Fiesta Texas yesterday. Speaking of what you were talking about, right? No, it's not even the value for life. It's just people being stupid.
Yeah.
Right? So, we're at Fiesta Texas, and this lady starts screaming off the top of her head because somebody took her table. And mind you, nobody took her table. It's packed. It's hot. People are looking for a shade.
Yeah.
She had a table. She was using half of it. Somebody else came and put their stuff and used it. Actually, this other family already had the table.
Yeah.
And they came and put their stuff. And when she came back from the water, she saw that first family was back.
Yeah.
And, man, she started screaming at the lady. But it's like... She lost so much control. She started dropping F-bombs, screaming about how you bitch, you don't know the kind of bitch you messed with, which my wife wanted to say, what kind of bitch are you? It's like, no, seriously. Can you, you want to raise your hand and you're like, excuse me, can you tell me what kind of bitch you are? I mean, we're just curious, All of the 200 people surrounding you that could hear you screaming want to know that. Dude, if you're so angry, don't go there. Enjoy the place. Have fun. I mean, I know it's not like Disney where it's like the happiest place on earth. Mm-hmm. But it's, you go to Fiesta Texas, have a good time. Everybody's looking for a shady spot, Yeah. But this lady just... And again, I'm bringing this up because it's like...
complete and total erosion of cultural boundaries. In a normal society, she'd be like, excuse me.
Yes.
I was sitting here or something like that. But
and I was so happy that the lady that she was talking to never lost her cool. Mm-hmm. She just stayed quiet, looking at her. And I think that pissed off that Karen lady even more.
Yeah.
because she was like in her face telling her, "You blah blah blah, you better this, you better that, you get the," and the other lady was just like, and I'm certain the other lady was not doing it on purpose, but I'm thinking that the other lady didn't speak English.
Yeah.
She just understood that woman talking to her was very upset.
Yeah.
Anyway, 5 minutes later, police showed up, escorted that whole
shit.
family out,
Nice.
and I was happy to see that.
Thank you, boys in blue.
Yeah, so to the gentlemen in blue, the boys in blue, we backed the blue. They did come in. They took care of business. My wife did. I'm not sure why, but my wife went in there and told the officer, "Hey, look, they did nothing." She kept her cool, said nothing. The other lady was the one that harassed her, yelled at her, told her this and that.
That's good. The cops need witnesses.
And
need to
they
know what
did.
happened.
And shame on me. I was like, oh my God, why is she doing that? I walked away, but my wife stayed behind and made sure that the people understood.
Thank you, the better half of Zesty.
Sorry, babe. But I just want to say one thing. Wait, before I say anything else,
What?
we need a word from our sponsors.
Pause for the cause.
Flor de Caña rum. That's our sponsor.
Ow!
But they don't know it yet. But they
Ow,
will
ow,
be.
ow.
So
They will be as we pour it out the bottle.
yes. So drink up so I can go get another one. See you, folks. I'll be right back.
So as I was sitting here in your backyard, pontificating on gun violence,
Pontificating.
I had it's my new word.
An epiphany?
I'm gonna start. I had a couple of epiphanies. Number one, your backyard is beautiful, man. It's a nice 90 something outside, and sitting here in the shade is just perfect. And your lawn is beautiful, and there's some yellow flowers blooming in the distance. And this is just the ability to just sit here and talk with you is great. And
Well, thank you.
I really appreciate that. Number two, we live in the 21st century, and it is literally the safest time to be alive as a human being.
Yep.
Centuries ago, there were roving bands of raiders that would just walk into your village and slaughter all the men and rape all the women. 11% of the world is related to Genghis Khan because that motherfucker really liked to rape. But we don't live in societies like that anymore. When a gun violence does happen, it's a tragedy, and it makes the news because it is so out of the norm.
Yeah.
But then when we report on it over and over and over again, it seems like it is becoming the norm. But is it really becoming the norm, or is it still something that happens that's out of the norm? I mean, is there literally gun violence every single day, or is it something that happens
So there's gun violence every day, dude.
yeah.
Every day there's gun violence. It's this mass shootings that are an issue. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But do the mass shootings happen every day, or is it something that just kind of,
Well,
when it happens, it's like a shock to the system because it's happening?
so I think it's not happening every day. You're right. It's happening more often than it did 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it by March or April? I think they said that there was, and this is a news reporting, right? And just the ones we're aware of, and when we call them mass shootings, we're talking, maybe they're reporting on 6 or 8 or 10, people that may have been injured, right?
But you got to understand, where are they getting their statistics from? Because if they're getting their statistics from Everytown, USA, that place is a fucking propaganda machine. That place takes suicides, a single person suicide, and calls it gun violence and puts that into the calculation. So you've got to be careful where your news is getting its statistics.
No. Well, and that's what I said. I'm talking about somebody coming in with an assault rifle and just spraying people,
Yeah.
right?
But how often does that happen?
Well, it just seems like every week on the news there's a new one or two.
I don't watch the news. I don't.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Every week on the news you see one or two new ones, which, come on, let's face it, I'm not going to say it's never happened before, but it just seems like it's happening more and more. Now, I think the bigger part is the fact that it's these assault rifles. Before it was kind of like, oh, somebody opened fire, they had a gun, And now it's like, where are they getting these weapons from? These
CIA.
assault rifles, right? The CIA.
Let's talk about Uvalde. That motherfucker was dirt poor, living in a trailer with no father. That motherfucker turns 18. That motherfucker has 2 brand new guns that are extremely expensive and a shit ton of ammo that's extremely expensive. That motherfucker is dirt poor, living in a trailer. He turns 18.
Yep.
Where does he get 2 extremely expensive guns that I can't afford? And a shit ton of ammunition.
I mean,
Where?
Even if you could, would you? Do you think you would need them?
What? That many guns?
Yeah.
Depends. There's a meme on Facebook where some guy put, every time I need a new gun, I make a fake teenager account and say, I'm sad and I feel like hurting somebody, and the CIA sends me a new weapon.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be funny.
Well, yes. I know it's supposed to be funny, but I guess I'm still torn up over the fact that, I don't know, man. I'm going to get off the subject because it's one of those that just, and I'm going to tell you why it bothers me.
Okay.
Because just like you, it's like our kids are in school.
Yeah.
And it freaks the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you don't have control over that. You can't take care of your kids. You can't be there at school with your kids, you know?
No.
And I think that's why I'm just like, whenever I hear these mass shootings, it bothers me, it baffles me, it aggravates me, anyway. But I will tell you, if you have nothing else to say, I do have some good news that have nothing to do with this.
What?
Do you recall last week I was telling you about my little cardinal? So we have a little cardinal. Well, no, I just noticed that we have a hummingbird, finally.
Mm-hmm.
Totally off the subject. So I'm not coming back to this whole gun thing. We have this hummingbird that we just put up there, and you've been seeing it. I just now saw a hummingbird stop and eat. So
Yeah,
excited about
they're
that.
hungry.
But we also had a cardinal that laid some eggs.
Oh!
And as a matter of fact, they just hatched.
Nice.
Careful with that one because the mom might not be happy with you. The mom just the little babies.
Is it in the house?
It's actually in the sago palm, the second sago palm.
Yeah.
It's tucked in there, and so the cardinal went in there. She built the nest, laid her eggs, and I think one of our girls or two of our girls actually saw the eggs, right?
Nice.
And the eggs finally hatched, and this morning we got to see the babies here. So that was my separate subject.
That's good.
Out of all the crap that's happening in the world, something beautiful does happen.
Cardinal.
And it's watching the little babies. And this morning I actually got to see the mom, because it's right in front of our kitchen window. I got to see the mom feeding them.
Nice.
It was pretty cool, man. I mean,
Circle of life.
yeah, it is, man. And I was just thinking to myself, that's pretty fucking gross.
What?
The mom takes a little
Chewing
worm,
up the worms and spitting it in the baby's mouth.
takes up the little worm, chews it up, and it spits it back out there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like me saying, "Hey, Ben, you thirsty?" Kind of like
I
that.
thought we were going to do it.
Yeah, we did. You just didn't see it.
I would like to have a gun control show, but I don't know enough about the subject to like seriously debate it with you.
Okay.
We need to have like a gun control expert on to like talk about it.
Yeah, we can. We can bring in Mondo.
Is he a gun control expert?
No, he's not. No, but there's plenty of people using, like, I don't know, with weapons on the VIA buses. He works for
Is
VIA.
he?
Sorry, Mondo, we're just messing with you, dude.
I don't know. You might have a hobby where you research shit like that.
No, I
Mondo, if you're a gun control expert, you can come on the show. I would like to discuss gun control with you, Mondo. If you're not an expert, then tell me what you're expert on, and then we'll have a show based on whatever Mondo's an expert on. Not via buses, because fuck that shit.
But we love you, dude. But not next week, because Shakur will be here.
Shakur will be here. Shaku said he's ready to make history as the first guest.
He's
on
so
our show.
cool.
He is so cool.
So, anywho, besides the birds and the hummingbirds, and everything else, anything new, man? Anything else?
Bro, you keep asking me.
Well,
like,
because
over and
you know
over
what?
again, is there anything new that I'm
Because
like,
every
motherfucker?
week I ask you, and every week it's like life as it happens.
Yeah.
Life is really just happening.
My wife, I need advice on what to get my wife next month. Whoever gives me the best advice wins these 2 glasses.
We already said that.
Baby, that's all this I got going on.
Anyway.
I don't know, man. I kind of like just winging it. I don't like thinking about what I'm going to say. I just kind of
You
like
shouldn't.
coming out here and just having a drink and talking shit. shooting
Speaking
the
of coming out here, we haven't had our weekly ambulance come by in like 3 weeks, man.
It's true. No, it came by last week. It just we didn't record it because we were
Because
running late.
it came in before
Came
we
early
started.
and we
yeah.
were late.
That reminds me of somebody I know. Come early.
Fathers come first. Cheers.
Here's the Father's coming in March.
Fathers always come first.
So
Give us 15 minutes and we'll go again. It's all right.
15 minutes? Jeez. Look, I need a lot more than that shit. Dude, I'm going to call you Evil Knievel, man.
Because I broke every bone.
Hell yeah. No, but, yeah. I am going to call you, like, Evil Knievel or something. No, I'm going to find a good name for you, seeing as how you say you...
Testy.
I'm going to call you the ambulance,
The wambulance? Because I cry all the
because
time?
you come early. So this commercial is about erectile dysfunction.
I mean, shit. If every news organization can have Pfizer sponsoring them, why can't Viagra sponsor us?
Yes.
Zesty or Testy sponsored by Viagra.
This is why I'm wearing a blue shirt in
Like
honor
the
of
little
the blue
blue
pill.
pill.
Yeah. I'm a large blue pill.
All right. Here, let's talk about this. We
Are we really going to talk about erectile dysfunction?
No.
Oh,
we
shit.
created fucking penicillin, which was revolutionary. We created the polio vaccine, which saved lives and saved people from
You're welcome.
walking. We created medications that lower your blood pressure, lower your cholesterol, lower your blood sugar if you're diabetic. What do you think of when I say the pill? I'm on the pill. What is it?
Contraceptive.
Why? We can cure cancer. We can cure everything. We can't cure cancer, obviously, but we can cure a lot of things. But the pill is the one that doesn't get you pregnant. That's where humans' priorities are. That's where humans.
Well, it's either that one or something.
No,
for,
you're right. The pill is the contraceptive pill. The pill.
I mean, when you hear the pill, that's what I'm thinking.
It's
of.
not your blood pressure.
I'm on the pill.
It ain't your penicillin.
Unless you ask a buddy of mine. There's a buddy of mine that, dude, he diabetic, right? And
You ask him, he'll say the pill is a birth control pill.
well, no, he will.
guarantee
But
you.
no. I agree with you, but it's so funny because whenever we go eat something and it's something unhealthy, the first thing he says is, "Dude, I'm gonna go ahead and have it because anyway, I'm on the pill."
Oh.
I'm like, dude, so you can't get pregnant? But yeah, you're right. The pill is...
Out of all the pills that humankind has created, I would say penicillin's a big one. Penicillin like really revolutionized
You're
the
absolutely
world.
right, man.
But we're like, no, I want to be able to like not pull out.
I need to get the
That's
pill.
the pill,
Pull out from where?
bro.
Are we talking about parking lot?
Yes.
Oh,
Quit parking in the into the handicap spaces. Those are not for you.
dude. So this weekend, oh, she's gonna kill me for saying this shit. So we went to. I told you we went to that place elsewhere, and I told my wife, "Oh, look, there's a parking spot right here." Big mistake, big mistake. And she told me before we left, why don't you drive? Because we have to, like, parallel park. And, I'm like, you'll be fine. She's got a vehicle that parks itself.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. And, in fact, you get 3 choices. You get perpendicular parking,
Yeah.
parallel parking,
Yeah.
or diagonal parking,
Nice.
right? You can select either one of the ones you want.
Yeah.
And then you drive very slowly. And when the vehicle detects an area that it can fit in, it'll tell you stop. It'll literally say stop. It'll tell you put your vehicle in reverse. You put it in reverse, and it'll tell you take your foot off the gas or brake,
Yeah.
and it'll start doing everything for you.
That's amazing.
It's awesome. But yet, we found a perfect parking spot, and I tell her, "Oh, come back around." And she's like, "Well, what do I do?" I said, "Go straight." I said, "Turn right here. Now back it up. You got to do this real quick." I'm not sure what part of very quick did she not understand, dude. But it took her a while. We finally get up to it, and I said, "All right. So start getting close to that vehicle." So we're like 4 feet away. I said, "Very close, right?" I'm just gonna say she was able to park the vehicle. But I've never been in a vehicle that goes back 2 inches, forward 2 inches, back 2 inches, forward 2 inches.
There was a car
back
doing
2
it
inches.
itself?
No, it was my wife, because she decided that she could do this without using the. I'm like, your
Bro.
vehicle can park itself.
Yeah.
Why would you not let it do it? Please don't watch this episode.
That's like having a toilet that's got the bidet function and not using the bidet function. Get your asshole clean, baby.
I mean, if you can get that.
See, you
little
like my analogy?
I like that.
You
if
like
you
my
can
analogy?
get that little squirt.
You're not the only one that's got analogies.
I like that. If you can get that little squirt up your. I mean, do it, dude.
Yeah.
Some people like it. Hey, who doesn't like a fresh
Oh my God.
squirt of
have we come this far? Is this what this podcast has devolved to?
first world problems?
First world problem. Who
Yeah.
doesn't like a squirt up your ass?
Yeah. I mean, especially a minty squirt. Yeah.
Scope.
Ooh, my cola,
Shooting
my
the
cola
scope up
feels
the cola.
nice and yeah. Woo! It's fresh. And I guess that's where the word culero comes from, because it's cool.
All this time I thought they were calling me Cool Arrow. Bro.
Dude, we are.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it. We
That's
are.
just me.
We're total respect for you.
Thank you.
We're calling you a cool arrow. By the way, nobody knew what that fucking park you were talking about last week.
What part?
The water park.
Oh, Sisters of Mercy?
Yeah.
Because you're not as cool as me.
I got
Bro, I got the inside information of your
questions-
hometown.
I got questions from people saying, the fuck is he talking about? What's the white boy talking about? I'm like,
Baby, just because I got the inside information on your hometown, that ain't my fault.
don't be
bro.
fooled. Don't be fooled. He's Mexican. By heart.
Google exists. Sisters of Mercy, enter, and it pops up.
Obviously, nobody had heard about it. So.
Nobody has heard of Google.
And by the way, to my sister who did make a comment, yes, it was Don Julio 70. But you didn't freaking tell me what the 70 stands for. That's the bottle she gave me. I
That's
think next week
the year?
we should freeze the bottle and just sip on Don Julio.
Okay. Baby, you're the one that makes the drinks. I just show up and get drunk.
I like it when you call me baby.
Baby. Hey, thank you for all the comments on YouTube. I think YouTube is doing it a lot better than Spotify, so I appreciate y'all. Spotify, you listen, but you don't make a
Fuck
comment.
you, Fi.
YouTube, you like, you comment. I appreciate y'all.
I just said a bad word, and there was a child present.
Bro, you're a bad person. You should feel
I
bad
am.
about yourself.
Child.
Go
Don't-
inside, child.
Go inside, child. Don't. Oh, she's got a cute voice, so won't let her stand out. I just won't say anything bad.
Very nice. Yes, you will.
Yeah.
The whole point of the podcast is saying bad things.
Oh, dude, guess what I'm doing tonight for dinner?
I don't know.
Making world-winning spaghetti.
Oh, there's no such thing.
Fuck you, there is.
Bro,
It's my spaghetti.
if I ever open a shop, I will sell
Award-winning spaghetti, and that's mine.
your Zesties award-winning spaghetti, ice, and coffee, because those are the three things with the best profit margin. You start with a few cents of pasta, and boom, you charge $25 for it.
Yeah.
You start with water, which is free, and you charge $2 for it. You start with coffee grounds, which cost cents on the dollar, and you charge $6 for it. Come
Dude,
on. That's my restaurant. Spaghetti, coffee, and ice. That's all we sell. That's all we sell.
We should have a restaurant just called Overpriced. Literally.
It's $100 to sit down.
It's like, come on in. What do we have? It's like, look, come on. Oh, you want the chips and salsa? $22.
You can't afford it. If you gotta ask what it is, you can't afford it.
Oh, there's the mama. Be careful.
Tally.
Sorry, we're talking about the bird. If you get too close to the little babies, the mama will come.
Pecks your eyes.
Yeah, the mama will come and attack you, and so you don't want that. But anyway, yes, dude, I'm making award-winning spaghetti tonight. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. So this is about 10 years ago, 12 years ago. My wife comes up to me and she says, "Hey, we're having a spaghetti contest at work." I said, "Yeah, all right, no problem." She goes, "Will you make your spaghetti?" I said, "Yes." Which, by the way, it's not even my recipe. So, Rene, if you're listening, tell your wife I said thank you. So she made the spaghetti. She gave me the recipe. I just went ahead and souped it up a little bit. I make the damn spaghetti, but here's the funny thing. I went out with some friends. I get home. It's 11:30 at night. I'm a little. No, I'm a lot. And she says, "Hey, you didn't forget about the spaghetti." And in my best try to be sober voice, I said, "Of course." No, I remembered that. Of course, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, fuck, I forgot about that shit.
Yeah.
So I started making the spaghetti. She takes it to work the next day. I forget to tell her how to warm it up because it's got Munster cheese, so it kind of gets a little thick, and you got to pour either a little bit of milk or a little bit of butter to kind of soften it up. And so I told her, I said, "Yeah, that's fine." I made it. She took it to work. Lo and behold, dude, she calls me and she says, "Hey, I got a $100 gift card because I got first place."
Oh, from your drunk spaghetti?
Guess what? From my drunk spaghetti.
Borracho spaghetti?
It's award-winning spaghetti.
Award-winning borracho spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
It's kind of like borracho beans.
That's fun.
So, that's what I'm making for dinner tonight.
All right. So I'm staying.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Absolutely, dude. That's
like a dad thing. That's such a dad thing. Like, fucking, I'm going to make my world famous chili. And, like, everybody's like, oh.
Well, let me tell you. Now that you mention it.
I do have world famous chili.
I do. Well, I don't know if it's world famous, but it's definitely award-winning. So, same company. Fast forward about 3 months later, 4 months later. It's around October, and she says, "Hey, we're doing a spaghetti cook-off. I mean, a chili cook-off."
Oh, wow.
So I said, "All right." She goes, "I need you to make some chili." Okay, I've never fucking made chili.
Yeah.
So I started looking up recipes, and I put together like 17 different recipes.
This is going to be the most controversial thing that's ever been said on this podcast ever.
Oh, I know it's coming.
Do beans belong in chili?
Yes.
Yes. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
And
I don't know. Hey, if you think beans don't belong in chili, fuck you. Fucking burn in hell.
You know,
That's right.
I've been a subscriber to Texas Monthly for years. Mm-hmm. Love Texas Monthly.
Do they say beans don't belong in chili?
Yes.
Fuck Texas Monthly.
They say Texans do not put beans in chili.
Texas Monthly, you're on my fucking shit list. Fuck you, Texas Monthly.
I'm going to continue subscribing,
No.
but I disagree with you, Texas Monthly.
You just lost a subscription that I never started.
Sorry, Texas Monthly. I didn't mean to do this to you. But if you want to sponsor us, $1.25 can get you this.
I will die on the hill that beans belong in chili until my dying day, until you take me out.
In fact, I will take it one step further, and I will tell you, I'm a Texan. Mm-hmm. All right? Mm-hmm. Do I think beans belong in chili? I already said yes. But it's not just beans. It's kidney beans and pinto beans.
Yeah, multiple. Like,
absolutely. And if
Yeah.
you want to throw in black beans, you can.
yeah, a little bit of
But I
everything.
do believe that beans belong in chili. Mm-hmm. You have.
Diced tomato, ground beef.
You got your garlic. You got your yellow onions.
Yeah.
You got your bell peppers. You
Yeah.
know.
The red
But-
ones.
Yeah, red one. Well, no, I do a mix. Do I put red and green?
I like because you want it to have a nice
want
like
some
solid
color,
color.
dude.
You don't want the green in there. You want the nice solid color. You put the red bell peppers.
I put both.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm not gonna.
But I put- Absolutely, you have to have beans, dude.
kidney and pinto
So
and black.
if you're a Texan and you don't believe that beans belong in there, fuck you.
I will
Don't
fight
listen
you.
to us.
I
Yeah,
will fight you.
that's the
right
one.
now,
This, yin and yang.
motherfucker.
Guess what?
Beans
right
on both
here-
sides.
Right now, yin or yang.
Beans on both sides.
Thank you.
Motherfuckers. And that's where we're over. Beans forever. Faux life, bitch.
Beans a huevo.
Did you have a point to your chili story?
No, other than it's award winning because
You put
yes,
beans in it.
well, no, I got the recipe. In fact, I looked up like 10 different recipes, and I found out everything I needed. And I did a combination of 10 different recipes. I made the chili overnight. The next day, she took it to work, and she called me back later, and she said, "I got first place for the
Nice.
chili cook-off."
Very good. Good
So
job.
I was very excited. So I do make award-winning chili. I do make award-winning spaghetti. I want to thank Mari. I'm not going to mention your last name, just in case. And it's not Arredondo. Anyway. But she was the one that made that spaghetti the first time. I took her recipe. I zestified it. And
That's a word.
And now I make award-winning spaghetti. So
Fathers come first. Beans belong in chili.
thank you, folks, for another great podcast. And
If
we
you-
will see you,
If you got any questions, zestyortesty@gmail.com.
or you can call me directly at 210 fuck off.
Bye.
That really is my number.
Talk to you soon.
Here's another word from our sponsors.